You ever heard the expression, a monkey football?
No.
That's what it is, trying to put together a goddamn to judge the top 5 pizzas at the Lake of the Ozarks as recommended by you, the TikTok, the Instagram, the YouTube, wherever you're at. Thank you so much.
The internet
chose
these,
yes.
And this is no bias, anything. The people told us to pick these.
The people have spoken, that's right.
This winter, we are going to showcase the 5 best pizza restaurants at the lake on our YouTube channel, Lake of the Ozarks Lifestyle. We have a preliminary list, but we want to know, which pizza joints do you recommend? Your votes matter, so comment, let us know, and stay tuned.
So, speaking of people, you know me, I'm Jeff Fitzer. He's Ramsey Stewart. He's here. He's here. Ramsey Stewart. Oh, I'm Zach Baybuck.
Kelly Bennett.
Brian Rankins.
Tim Ray.
That's right. So we are going to test these pizzas. We don't actually have a plan in mind other than we're going to go one at a time. They're all the same pizza. Half sausage, half pepperoni.
Sausage on the left.
Sausage on the left.
Thin crust.
Don't ask.
Except for
no, they are the crust. They are like the handmade crust, whatever they are. And so we've got Casablanca, Casagrata, which is on the strip. We've got Alley Cats on the strip. We've got Chevys, which is the old strip, essentially, right? We'll consider it that. On the Camdenton side of the Grand Glaze Bridge. Papo's, you know Papo's in Osage, and then Phat Sal's, which is in Laurie. And this was as voted by you. And so we are going to dive in, and I guess one more thing, price point.
Yes.
Price point. This is important to know, so pay attention. You can just look at the boxes. This is the biggest box. Is it the biggest pizza? You decide. Casablanca, $25. The base price, no tip. Alley Cat, $17. Chevy's, $17.44. Papo's, $16. Phat Sal's, $18. So all in the same vicinity, I would say.
And if you're not featured on here and you think you should be, calling out a few specific people, we'll do this again.
Yeah, we can.
When you say we want to be featured on this.
That's right.
So keep that in
Because
mind.
we all love pizza.
That's right. That's right.
Good pizza.
So before we start, let's get some predictions here. I am gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna go last. Ladies first. We're gonna open these up, and obviously it's gonna be harder to see.
This looks good. Phat Sal's looks really good.
Visual is fine.
Visually, I'm going with Phat Sal's.
Not that anyone's asking me.
The first one. I'm gonna go with Kelly first, just based on the visual look. Which pizza do you think is gonna be the best?
I'm going with Phat Sal's.
Okay.
Visually, because I'm a pepperoni lover and I like the way that pepperoni's sitting on top. There's like a piece of pepperoni in every single bite.
Well, look at that pepperoni. There's all
Yeah,
kinds of
I
good.
know, I see. I'm just thinking in my mind. I could change
All right.
my mind.
Now we're gonna go age. Brian, you're next. What do you think?
Youngest, oldest.
I was going to say, it's hard for me to say because I've had Papo's before.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But Phat Sal's looks incredible. And I know Casa very well. Had that pizza 100 times. And I know that's going to be great.
All right. I'm gonna say Tim's probably the next in line.
So I'm a thin crust. I love thin crust. This one right here. Whoever this is.
Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Casagrata.
That looks like it'll be the best tasting.
Okay. All right.
Not the most toppings, but
All right.
the best tasting.
Ramsey.
Well,
Just visually.
Visually, I'm gonna just ruin it for everybody right now. Papo's is gonna win.
You're going for the
everything
cookies?
else
The
because
cookies
of
aren't
the
part of
it.
cookies,
Not
and I'm not allowed to say that. So visually, I probably go. I'm a big Italian sausage, and so I'm having a hard time between this
Chevys.
one,
Okay.
Chevy's, and the
Phat Sal's.
Phat Sal's
Yeah.
because the sausage looks.
That's
the
pretty
best.
impressive sausage.
That's a weird.
This sausage is ground.
I mean,
the best.
This is
what you do
ground
with your
tight.
sausage is fine with you.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks
This
like
is
round
crumbled up.
two.
Zach, what's your visual? What's your visual winner?
I'm struggling between Papo's and Phat Sal's, but if I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick Phat Sal's. Visually.
Yeah. Okay. Visually, I'm going Papo's. Visually, Papo's just looks sexier to me.
And it's hand tossed, and I'm not a big thin crust fan, so it was hard for me to not.
Don't say that to a St. Louisan.
The only downside is
like-
when you order half sausage, half pepperoni, and they don't cut it. They put some of your pepperoni on your sausage.
Okay.
To me,
Hard
that's a problem.
Cross the
Right
line.
there.
I don't mind a little pepperoni on my sausage. Hey, listen, we're gonna raw dog the shit out of this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
We ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
So,
we?
so we started with Casablanca, and Casablanca looks amazing. Now,
Looks good.
who got sausage and who got pepperoni?
Sausage.
Pepperoni.
Everyone got. So we only have one sausage. So I better
Oh,
go
I
start.
got sausage.
Two
What?
sausages.
Two sausages.
So it's split.
Alright.
Split.
Okay. So I'm gonna try it.
Here's the problem.
Good size
I'm
meat.
really hungry, and this is the first one, so it's like gonna.
It's like heaven, right?
Yeah, but as you're judging too, it's kind of a disadvantage because that'll be the last one you remember.
Oh yeah, it's fair. Do we need a split tune? Do I just chew it up?
But also, if we're going for a shiny effect, like what cheese has the most reflectiveness?
See, Phat Sal's.
Phat Sal's.
Phat Sal's is hard to beat because these have all been sitting here for roughly the same amount of time.
Can I go for
And
my
Phat
second
Sal's-
piece, or is it not ready yet?
Hold on.
Phat Sal's looks like it just came out of the oven.
Yeah.
Somehow they did like
I would agree with that.
like something looks like it was.
Looks like they sprayed ham right on top of it.
Yeah.
That's the extra cholesterol.
All right. Yeah, I would say go for number 2, and then start making mental notes in your head.
Number 2 is
Alley Cats.
Alley Cats.
Uh-huh.
Alley Cats went different though. They went with one big pepperoni on each slice.
Yeah. They did. They changed
For
it
the
up.
most part. There's a couple in there.
These are fat sausage
And we
balls.
need to go with pepperonis or pepperonis on our next video. There's so many pepperoni styles.
There is.
Oh,
It's like
I'm going for
You got
next
the-
picture, but I'm not going to be able to.
you got the
finish my
Papo
first
style
picture.
of like throw all the
Actually, yeah.
pepperonis on it.
hey,
Like,
that
don't
sausage,
fill up.
that sausage smacks.
On Alley Cat?
Delicious.
And see, I'm always gonna go
Yeah,
with
like
the
that.
inside square piece. Oh, so you got that? You're on.
You gotta
I
go
heard
for
the crunch.
sausage. Yeah.
I heard the crunch
You're
on
on
that
for
one,
sausage,
so.
I like a good
Every time?
Every time. How am I going to compare if I don't?
See, if I'm doing thin crust, I do want to crunch. I didn't much care for the car. I don't want to say it was cardboard because it was good, but
Well,
it wasn't that.
The problem that we're running into is that we're dealing with these 40 minutes after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
And normally, you go to a restaurant,
You're eating warm.
But to be
it's
fair,
incredible.
you can judge a good pizza by if it's good or cold.
When it comes home, like
I'm telling you, like next day pizza, I love it. It's like chili.
And also to be fair, it's an even playing field. It's an even playing field.
They're
Not
all-
one-
they're all
not
40
one than the
minutes
other.
back, right?
See, I
All right, now what was this one?
Alley
That's Alley
Cats.
Cat?
Alley Cats.
That's damn
It's
good
like
pizza.
Alley Cats.
Very good. The crunch was delicious. They had a nice, good.
I'm going in. I'm going in for
a little bit more
yeah,
flavor to
Curious
me
about
on the
this one.
Alley Cat, a little more seasoning.
I like the
than first one.
sausage is
You're
really
doing sausage
good.
all
Yeah,
day?
the sausage.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Italian.
Mhm. It's almost like a fennel.
I thought the first one was hands down better than the second one.
Yeah, I did too.
Well, that's a different flavor. Well, different cheese.
So now we're into
Chevys.
Chevys.
That's a little more St. Louis style, I think.
Oh, did you say it has Provel on it?
No, but it's
Doesn't have Provel.
It's definitely a different flavor.
Different.
Okay.
We're going to need more
Consistency
beer.
is similar.
Might have to go back for seconds.
He has more beer. You
No, you can't have seconds until we're done with the
This is
taste.
good.
Good.
Which one is the middle?
What if I'm confused?
We're on Chevys now, everybody. Chevys. I don't know.
The crust didn't hold up as good as Alley Cat's, but it's good.
I like the cheese on it.
Yep.
Visually, I didn't give it any high score. Didn't look like a winner.
No, it's
visually.
not. It's not impressive at all.
It does taste good though.
Yeah, this one doesn't do anything for
You
me.
guys like it so much, you're going for seconds, huh?
It's first.
Just hungry and can't
Oh.
move on.
I think Chevys is a good all around for me so far. It's just versatile. It's just good. It's not over the top.
It reminds me of like 3 a.m. I've been having beers all night
Well,
and I'm just starving. Like that's like greasy, good. just like.
Which is appropriate coming from the place that you smell like an ashtray when you walk out of.
Well,
Sorry,
hey,
Chevys. Sorry.
but to be fair,
you know.
some of the best food comes out of those kind of
Some,
places.
yeah. That's a downside for me.
I'm like you. I'm like, we cooked the pizza right before we went out on the boat and ate a little bit. Then we went out on the boat all day and we left the pizza on the countertop and it just sat there all day. And it's like, it hits the spot, but it's not like what I want to come and enjoy.
Would you drive there to go get that pizza?
I don't think I personally would. But
I don't think I would.
We're not
But I
judging
think
yet.
some-
We're not
Yeah,
judging yet.
no.
All right, Papos.
And this is
This is your bigger
pre-alcohol
slices here, so
pizza tasting, right?
Yeah, we should
Papos.
slice these down a little bit, but
I like.
that's all
I'm gonna do the half and half.
all right. There you go.
Sorry.
Here, tear that off.
Yeah, I'm got crispy.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of flavor.
Papos.
Papos.
Now,
Right out of the gate. Lots of flavor.
Really?
Damn. I'm gonna cut that in half.
so we're into number 4 out of 5. Does anybody already in their head have a clear-cut favorite? And now, don't tell me what it is, but just you have a clear-cut favorite. No.
By default, I do because it comes to cookies.
So which one is this we're eating?
This is Papos.
Good Papos.
A little too much sauce for my liking.
Give me all the sauce.
Okay. Yeah, to me that's really saucy. Strong Italian seasoning flavor.
Lots of flavor.
Definitely generous on the toppings, which I love at any pizza. I don't want them to be sparse. A little too much sauce for me though.
I wish it was thin crust. I like a thin crust.
Do we know, is that the thinnest crust they come with?
No, Papos.
Hand tossed.
By the way, Papos does have a thin crust. We just did not. We didn't know everybody else, so we ordered this one first.
We thought hand toss would be the norm, and then
Right.
we ordered Papos first, and we went to the next place, and they didn't even offer hand toss. So we're like, oh shit.
Actually, pretty good.
A good pizza though.
Generous topping. Generous
That's
sauce.
what I said, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the most expensive one to have all those toppings either. It's like it has weight to it. Good.
You don't judge a pizza by its cookies.
I do.
No, you
But,
don't.
but you can judge a
They
cookie.
do have good cookies.
You can judge a cookie
You
by
can
a
judge
cookie.
a cookie by its cookie.
But we have 2 desserts. We could rate both desserts.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
More filling, definitely. But we're not going.
Well, but
filling.
it's hand tossed. Yeah. But that to me is a good hand toss. That's not
There you
too
go.
thick.
No, it's not.
You know what I like, with the exception of this piece? They put the toppings to the end.
Yeah.
You don't get that in a lot
Yeah,
of
that just
places.
bubbled up. Yeah.
If you look at this pizza over here, the first one, I mean, the toppings are there, but they're a little sparse. Like you were just saying, you know,
Which
it's
one?
kind of
But
sausage. You get one piece of sausage, and you know,
They compensate by big pepperonis
And big sausage.
and big sausages.
Sometimes you gotta compensate for
This guy over here, I'm real curious.
Right?
about.
Oh, Phat's house.
Go get,
We're
ready.
like,
Go
Phat's
get, get
house.
your piece and go get in line.
He's like,
This is a little hometown pizza for me, so I'm a little partial.
Uh-oh.
we don't have enough slices for
Gotta go
everybody
back.
to
Go
do.
get back in line.
this guy's a
Jeff, you want me to get a knife? 'Cause we don't have enough.
I haven't even had my
We're doing
sausage around
right?
yet.
Yeah.
And there's an extra
you only
for
ate pepperoni or not. See, I've only ate sausage.
I've only done pepperoni though.
Lots of toppings in this one too. Oh, and it's got the snap.
It's
Oh, it's got the snap.
No, there's so much.
What is it,
Okay,
That
that's,
might be a winner.
that's
Does it have
a, they got
mushroom?
some really big pieces of pizza there, let me tell
It's
you.
really good.
all right.
What's that one over there?
Okay.
Phat's house on the end.
Fat cells is on
Wow.
the end. We're not judging yet. We're just talking about it.
Very good.
See, I
We're
didn't
talking
think-
about how Fat Sal's is real.
Oh,
Really good.
yeah,
A
now-
lot of cheese.
Here's what's
here.
cool about Phat Sal's is you've got crunch on the crust, but not crunch on the
The point.
The
It's
point.
cooked well.
How do you think they worked that out?
I don't know.
Is it a heat thing?
Jeff, your dog's gonna have phenomenal meal tonight.
This is good.
He does not. He doesn't eat scraps.
Oh,
This is really, really good.
it's delicious.
This one's got everything.
Do you think that it's impacted by the fact that it was the 5th?
No.
No.
I think it's impacted by the fact that it's really, really good.
The fact that they had
Visually,
that
it's
snap, it snapped.
Now see,
There you go.
It snapped.
I'm gonna be the outlier here. Everything is a 9 out of 10 except for you can't taste the sauce. I'm a sauce guy.
They don't have a lot of sauce.
They don't sauce
I'm okay
it.
with that.
Yeah,
There's so much.
funny. You don't like the sauce, yeah.
That would be fine if I had something to dip in.
And that was saucy,
Yeah.
right?
Like a honey
saucy
or a
one?
ranch or something
Where are
like
you
that.
people coming up with this
Yeah.
honey? He said honey.
Honey, you've never like a spicy
You ever had honey on a big
pizza?
garlic honey?
No.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
Oh, jeez.
Hot honey's a thing right now. It's real trendy.
Man, I've had hot honey, but I've never had it on pizza.
Well, you're probably gonna go home.
Jeff, another video. We're gonna do pizza, toppings, dips, ranch,
Dips.
hot honey.
Okay.
This one's really, really good. I love all the cheese that they put on there. They layered the cheese. My pepperoni's on top of the cheese, and the pepperoni's kind of got a crusty, like it's been under the fire.
All right. Are we ready to judge?
For sure.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm down.
We'll start with ladies first. Thank you for being here, Kelly.
You're welcome. Always happy to eat them, boys.
If you had to pick number, you're gonna rank them.
Okay.
I'm gonna force you to rank them. How do you do, and tell us why?
Okay. So, who is that one?
Fat Sal's.
Fatso's, hands down, home run. I do have to mention that I visually said that was my favorite too. So it kind of wins on both the visual and the taste.
Yep.
So that was leading far ahead. That really outdid myself on that one. I would say, for me, second place would be, what was pizza number 2?
Alley Cats.
Alley Cats.
Really? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. And then I would say I would go probably Chevys.
Okay.
And then the first one, it just...
Casa.
Yeah, Casa, love that one.
Tacos coming in last.
But yeah, it did. You guys all picked the best of the best, and now we have to rank down the best of the best.
We're gonna have Brian vote next. Okay, so Kelly, Fat Sal's, Alley Cats, Chevys, Casa, Papa's. Brian, you're up.
So I loved Phat Sal's. Thought that was incredible. I thought Alley Cats was wonderful too, mainly because
Is this the order? Fat Sal's
this is my order. The sausage was prima.
On which one?
On
Alley
Alley Cats. I would put, oddly enough, even though I love Casa, I would put the Papos on third, although I would tell them light on the sauce next time because it's a little heavy for my taste.
But he loves sauce.
And then Casa would be my fourth,
Okay.
and Chevys would be my fifth. But I honestly would tell you I wouldn't drive there to go eat a pizza. Nothing about it wowed me.
That's good. All right, Tim, you are up.
This one right here.
Fat Sal's.
Yeah, and I can describe it to you guys. Why? It's got crunch.
Snap.
It's got amount of toppings. Snap. Lacking on the sauce a little bit, but overall, that's my favorite.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2,
Papa's.
I don't know because,
You got to make a decision.
well, I'm working on it. I think I love Papa's probably number 2, but it's hard because there's so much more bread on the Papa's than the other one. But I'm gonna say number 2 there.
Okay.
Number 3 is this one.
Chevy.
Chevys.
Really?
Yeah,
Good for you. All right.
Chevys. I don't know why. I go to Casablanca all the time and I love it, but that's my 5th choice.
5th. Okay, so you're going Alley Cats 4.
Alley Cat. I'm gonna eat this one right here.
All right. Ramsey, you are up next, my friend.
Give it to us.
Honest.
As clearly as the food connoisseur of this group here, sauce for me is a big thing. So I can't not go Papa's because it had the most robust sauce.
It did.
So there we go, Papa's. I wanted to make Fat Sal's number 1 just because somehow, and I can't think of the word, but it looked like that chemical that Chevy Chase talks about on Christmas Vacation that they put on it. You know, when he's like, the people are walking through and he's trying to sell the chemical, I felt like they put something on top to make it look
Sexier?
fresh and sexier.
I think they're too busy back in the kitchen to be,
Right.
putting makeup on the pizza.
So for me, it's Papa's,
Fat
Fat
Sal's.
Sal's.
Yep.
And then the other three, like, I'll just go default order of this one, and this
Really?
one, because nothing really.
That's unfair. Okay.
They're all
fair.
similar, right?
Well, they're all relatively similar. I guess I would go Alley Cat's 3 because it had the more bigger pizza toppings, like
Okay.
the bigger sausage, meatballs.
Yep.
And then probably Casa Grotto,
Casa and then Chevys.
and then Chevys. So yeah.
Okay. Zach.
I'm going Phat Sal's.
Damn.
Okay.
Top choice, Phat Sal's.
Oh,
That's 4 out of 6. Okay.
Yeah, I'm super proud to say that they're local hometown pizza for me. Proud for them. Papo's number 2.
Okay.
I actually struggled with Phat Sal's and Papo's. I like them both. I think on any given day I could go either way. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Tonight, Phat Sal's is feeling good.
Okay.
I'm going Alley Cat's 3rd. I really liked their sausage. It's great. I'm going Casablanca,
Casa Grotto.
Yeah, that one right there.
And
That's
Chevy's
number 4.
5th,
And then
okay.
Chevy's is 5th. And look, I gotta say this. All of them were fantastic. I actually really enjoyed eating them, but definitely the order.
Would you say that you would eat on any given day any one of these pizzas if you had to go to a pizza place?
Well, so here's the thing, and I still have to vote, but finishing 5th out of the top 5 isn't bad.
No.
No.
It's damn good.
But I'm gonna surprise you with my number 1 vote.
Oh no.
Oh,
To answer your question directly,
He's going Casa Grotto.
if I was
There is something about a wood-fired crust
take your wife?
flavor that's different to me than everywhere else.
Do you have crunch on it? Let's hear the crunch.
Well, it's been sitting.
yeah, doesn't matter. Phat Sal's
Flavor. So
Fat Sal's.
my vote is Casa 1, Fat Sal's 2, Papo's 3,
Wow.
Alley 4, Chevy's 5, and I'm gonna admit that Chevy's was 5 for me when I walked out of the place. When I walked into the place, I judged it by the smoke, and that ruined it for me.
You judged a book by its cover.
I judged a book by its smell. It's just me. Some empty pizza boxes, some leftovers. The savages have left. Some Ozark distillery, bourbon, and the results. You may have already guessed. You already know the winner of this top 5 Lake of the Ozarks pizza joints as directed by you, the audience. Number 1, hands down. And so what I did, let me just preface this by saying I took the rank that each of the Savages guest voters, to put it politely, how they voted him. So, you know, if Phat Sal's got a 1, that was a 1, and so on. If they got a 5, it counted as a 5. So, without further ado, you already know the answer to who number 1 was, with a total of 8 was Phat Sal's. Phat Sal's, as voted by you and then some savages, some pizza savages. Phat Sal's best pizza at the lake. Number 2 is Papo's. Papo's got a total of 16. So Phat Sal's was 8. Papo's was 16. Number 3, Alley Cat's at 18. Number 4, also my number 1, was Casablanca. Remember who voted you number 1. At 22. And in last place, but not really last, 5th, the number 5 pizza joint at the lake was Chevy's with 26 points. And so I think what we've learned from this exercise is everybody has an opinion. They're just like assholes. And there's a lot of great pizza joints at the Lake of the Ozarks. These were the 5 that got the most votes on the videos that we created asking for your opinion. If you feel strongly about somebody else, you should have voted stronger. And we'll do this again. We'll include maybe some pizza joints that didn't get included. If you're watching this right now, hey, you know how to reach me. Just shoot me a DM And we're gonna do this for other restaurants: Mexican, Italian, steak, gas station, pizza, Chinese, best drinks at the lake. You name it. The amount of things that we can vote on are basically endless. We appreciate your engagement. We appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and don't forget, smash that subscribe button.